All right, we're live, guys. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with SF1 GP1 Sunday Night Racing. It's your boys in GP1. A lot of these guys home track tonight because we are in Britain. I am joined by the likes of Sam, aka Beer, and joined by Psych. Thanks, guys, for so much for helping me out tonight. I think this is the first time we all three have done it together, so I'm looking forward to it. How are you guys doing tonight?
Feeling pretty good. Feeling better than yesterday for sure.
Yeah,
I'm feeling good after Friday's race.
Psych with a enormous win. Beer with a little bit of bad luck last night. Goodness.
A little more than a little bad luck, we'll go with. But
so I know that we have currently 16 people on the grid. I know that
super clear weather.
SF1, yes, they got clear weather. Weather. SF1 Skillen is going to join after the qualifying. He said he has a little bit of schoolwork clear up, but until then, these guys have enough to go and do a Q1. So it'll be interesting to see who we lose. We'll lose one driver. I'm not going to jump into predictions yet, but who do you guys think might be the unlucky man to get booted out of Q1?
I'm going to go for Jono. He's improved recently, but overall he hasn't been that fast this year.
Pause squad first one out.
Past couple races.
He's out.
Hopefully not because of wrestling.
Hopefully nobody has any bad luck that they've ended.
I was going to say, barring incidents.
Yeah.
I think... I don't know. Chronic is coming back on the pad, so his pace will come back. I want to see where Posglad is. He loves talking down on himself. I think he's better than he thinks he is. But he's been struggling a little bit in GP1, so I'd like to see where his initial pace is. I think he'll have a lot of work to get into Q3 for sure.
It's definitely
Rara's down there, same situation as Paz.
Yeah, definitely you want to look at that. I have a feeling Mark will get through fine. Dark Mark, that is.
Yeah.
So I think
Swanee is kind of a hit or miss sometimes.
Let me make sure I have this so my phone doesn't turn off, so I can follow comments.
I've got comments up if you need to drop it.
Well, Jono selected mediums.
There we go. I got it now.
So, not sure what his strategy is.
There's softs now.
So we're going to go back on board with Postglad here. The man who has taken the helm after the Dark Mark has decided to take a good break and step down as the main man. So, no pressure, Mr. Thomas. You're going to have a lot on your shoulders. Let's see how he carries on. Now, I think a solid time probably to get you through to Q2 here would be easily 120, low 129, high 28. We all know Psyche. We all know you did 126, so that was incredible.
To get to Q2, I think a 28.5 is going to be safe. They're going to be a little bit faster than the rest of us, so their average is going to be a little bit faster. I think a 28.5 is for sure safe. Like a 28.8, 28.9 might be pushing it.
And, to jump on that, I actually think that yesterday our track temperatures were affecting a couple of our drivers, because I know that.
I agree.
For my instance, like I was pretty solid. I could do a 127, but I got nowhere near that yesterday.
And I was actually going faster than I thought I was going to be. Because I did 2 flyers back to back at the beginning of Q3, and I actually messed up and went out too late to do 2 laps again at the end of the stint. But right at the beginning, I did 2 flyers back to back, like literally without turning down my battery at all. And the second flyer ended up being like 0.6 faster than I thought I could even go. So I don't know if if the temps were, I guess, better for me than I had been practicing in. But it's interesting that you were slower and I was faster.
And we all know how Psych got on. Psych, you want to tell us a little bit about your qualifying? Ooh, cookie chip, 127.8. Sorry to interrupt.
27.5.
The first lap, which I believe was like a high 20 or like a mid 27, was horrific. I messed up Magnus and Beckett's in the last couple of corners, and then the lap where I got a 26 was pretty good. I think I had a couple more tenths in there, but obviously
26.6 Leclerc.
Wow, I think that's my pole time.
That was about where you were. Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. I had a couple more tenths in the tank, but there wasn't really.
I was gonna say, I remember you had a tenth or two left at least.
So do you think Chronic's going to be a little bit further up there? For the viewers, Chronic has, he's purchased himself a wheel. Ooh, 129.2. And he's decided to go back to the pad tonight because he hasn't had enough practice on the wheel yet. So Jono.
I think Chronic can make. He definitely has the pace to make Q3. I think it'll just be about putting the lap together. Everybody here has the pace if they put out a banger.
LaFerrari improves with a 128.7. Sector 3, probably somebody slowing down.
Cookie chip.
Bingley is on his way out. So it'll be interesting to see the top 3 guys, Robbo, Tally, and Bingley, see what kind of pace they bring today. Because Leclerc has been on quite a stormer. He has won the last 2 races.
In fairly dominant fashion. Austria would have been a lot closer if Rob didn't have his incident, but I mean, it's been pretty clear cut.
He's definitely stepped up and showed that he belongs here.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jono on his flying lap. He's been having not the greatest season, a little bit of a rough patch at the beginning. He did grab himself some points last week. I think it was 9th or a 10th. So many drivers, it's hard to remember sometimes. Goes 3rd.
3rd fastest. Wow. 300th off cookie chip.
He's going to jump on board with Bingley. I think he's getting ready to start his flying lap. Yeah, he is.
Shout out to Hilly in the chat.
Hilly's watching. Hey, Hilly.
Hilly, since we didn't get to interview you after the race, if you can jump in and talk about the race on Friday, feel free.
What I never thought I'd see.
What was that?
I don't know what that was.
I had the volume on full earlier. And
something in Sykes' room, yeah.
So the couple of these guys, Postglad gets himself in the 8th with 2 laps. Rara, I didn't even notice Rara. Shout out to Rara, 127.7 puts himself in 4th. One of the big guns here, Bingley. I see that Tally's out. Benny is out. I can't forget about Benny either.
I was just gonna say, I think if you can stomach calling Benny a dark horse, I think Ben is gonna be my dark horse for this race. Even though it's kind of ridiculous to call him a dark horse because he's so good.
He has definitely improved over the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Lennon's watching. Hey, Lennon. Missed you yesterday in the GP2 race. So Bingley's coming around. Set his flying lap. I think it's going to be quick. It is quick.
Pole, wow. 26.5.
So who?
Are we going to see 25s?
I think we'll definitely see a low 26. Maybe 26.3 come Q3. Tally is on his flyer. We'll keep it on board with Tally. Had a little bit of a messy race in Austria. looking to
Yeah, he'll
redeem it,
definitely be looking for redemption.
try to gain a little bit points
A
back.
lot of traffic around Rob and Jono.
I believe they have a good connect that previously.
Hopefully Jono maybe not be on a flying lap. Tally comes in, goes third, 126.2. Smoke Spaceman on an out lap. Keep it on board with Bravo, the championship leader right now. I think with a comfortable 20 points in it now. Yeah, I have to apologize. I was in a mad rush to clean my house before this started. So I'm a little
It's not
amped
crazy
up on
fast from Rob.
125. It's gonna be a one. Wonder if he got held up. Wow, only a
27.9 only.
I think that'd be.
I think he got held up in all that traffic.
I think he'd still be safe enough.
Bingley
Benny
tires.
must have invalidated his lap. I think he's gonna go for
Yeah.
another one. Smoke Spaceman will jump on board with Dark Mark. Is still sitting in the pits. Maybe he's looking to do a one and done.
Chronic on his way out. Oh, wow.
Smoke Spaceman. Cookie Chip retires. Bingley retires. Yeah, these guys probably
They're safe. Yeah.
top 10 are probably safe. Which actually, Postcolet's in the top 10. Not saying, you know, I don't expect it. I would expect it from the guy who was a GP2 champion last year. Benny
Not that
goes
fast.
fifth.
20 only. I'd expect a little more from Ben, personally. That's still fast.
We don't know their fuel load, so do we? We can only
Yeah.
see their ARS, which is annoying.
Skillen's watching. Skillen, when you can, if you jump in, man, we want to see you in the race. Smoke Spaceman comes around.
28.2. Smoke's gonna go again, I bet. Oh, he turned his battery down, though.
Wonder if he's running high fuel. Ferrari is on his way out for another lap. Maybe feeling a little bit of the pressure. Tally retires.
Swanee's on a lap.
So I honestly think the 13th to 16th might be them. I know that the Dark Mark hasn't gone out yet. Interesting to see what kind of
Yeah,
time.
I'd honestly say 11th to 16th would want to go out again for sure. I mean, obviously, only the bottom person is going to get knocked out, but 28.0 is not quite going to cut it in Q2, I think.
I think, yeah, Smoke Space.
Even
Man
though most of these people are going to be on mediums, I bet.
Now I'm curious as to ask any of you two. Did you guys? I know. Well, I mean, Psych, you had rain the whole race. But even though, did you guys select the harder compound as a choice of tires going into the race?
No.
What do you mean?
Because we only had short qualifying, so I qualified on softs.
What I'm saying is, right before you jump into qualifying, they give you the set of balanced, softer, or harder.
Oh. I
just use
balanced.
Balanced.
Yeah.
I almost always use balanced, except for France I used hard. I think that's the only one that I used hard, actually.
Now I'm going to give you a little insight. Yesterday I chose harder because I realized that we had a couple quicker people back in our league, and I felt like I was going to get sandwiched in the 5th or 6th or anywhere down there, and I felt like I was going to have an issue, and I did.
Yeah.
I'm jumping off topic. Sorry.
I literally just barely squeaked through on the mediums, so
Yeah, you got
Brittany's
yourself
not
in
my
10th.
track.
So Chronic is out. He's going to start his flying lap, I believe. Let's see if he can bump himself up and improve, get himself safe. Dark Mark is still sitting in the pits. Actually jump on board with LaFerrari. I think he's on a flying lap. See if he can improve.
Swanee's on a flyer. Smoke's on a
So
flyer.
Smoke is on. He's
Smoke's only 3/10 up though.
dangerously close on
much
fuel as well.
improvement.
Swanee. Okay. Who is close? I think LaFerrari is the closest to finishing. Let's see if he can improve.
No, it's not an improvement. It's a couple of seconds slower.
Ooh,
I believe
LaFerrari's still going though.
I believe Pos is next to
Here's
slow.
Chronic. Oh no, he's on the back, sorry.
Smoke Spaceman's next. Let's see if he can improve. Goes 5th.
27.3.
Just make
Massive
sure.
improvement in the last sector.
I know he's low on fuel. Hopefully he doesn't retire the car on track.
Swami bailed on his lap.
Mark is now
safe for
finally
now,
coming
Swami.
out. He's waited till the
He'll be doing
last.
2 laps, I bet. He's got time for 2 laps anyway.
Chronic goes a little wide. He might have invalidated,
Smoker tires.
or he's holding up. I think he's getting ready to
Pause
start.
guard's starting.
He's gonna go for one more lap.
I believe Pos invalidated turn 1, so to abandon that.
Ferrari and Chronic are both on flyers.
Chronic
Looks like
abandons
he's
again.
abandoned.
He must have invalidated, yeah. So who is... I see LaFerrari still pushing. And he...
Still not a very good
No.
lap from Ferrari.
And he's already
28.8.
put 4 laps on his
His
soft.
tires are old, yeah.
Some Mark coming out. Swanee's in the pits. We'll keep it on board with Postglad here.
So it's looking like this is going to come down between Chronic and Dark Mark. Crizzola got in.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Crizzola, we were missing him. Another one of the drivers I would actually consider my dark horse of this league. He always
Yeah,
seems to find
he's a
himself.
legit dark horse for sure.
He's always there and thereabouts, isn't he?
He always seems to find himself in that top 5. If, you know, he bears no incident going on the track, Postglad.
Yeah.
I think he might have what he was hoping for, a appearance in Q2 today. I think he is Dark
LaFerrari
Mark.
bins it.
Oh no.
That's not going to help. 2 tenths up. I think LaFerrari's going to have to settle for 28.7.
On board here with Postglad. LaFerrari
Yeah, he
retires.
retires.
Yeah.
We really, really need to tell the guys to stop retiring on track. We have to make that a rule.
Bravo retires.
Pos abandons.
Postglad abandons. All right, so we're gonna jump on board with Chronic. Has just started his.
Swanee's
Fully
abandoned.
abandoned also.
I think Chronic is actually just ahead of Dark Mark, so we're gonna jump with Chronic.
Yeah, so it's just Chronic and Dark Mark on track.
That battle for that
The only
last
2 that
position.
matter. Everyone else is safe.
Action right down to the end of it.
And honestly, it's all on Dark Mark. If doesn't set a time, Chronic goes through no matter what. So if Mark crashes, that's it.
Or invalidates.
Or invalidates, yeah. And this is nowhere near as bad as Austria, but this track can be finicky in some turns.
That first turn 1 is
Like right
brutal.
here. You can get an extension right there as well.
Chronic comes through. Does he improve? He improves a little. Mark is coming
Dark
through.
Mark. Mark's
He
faster.
gets him.
28.5. Got him.
We got P14.
So Chronic coming back on the pad might have needed to practice a little coming back to it.
Unfortunate for
Unless
Chronic.
he's still on the wheel.
He is the only one that we lose in Q1. We are going to jump into Q2. I haven't seen any of the drivers yet mention anything about the weather, so I'm kind of...
Yeah, me neither.
I'd be interested to see what kind of weather these guys have.
We'll see
So-
this qualifying, depending on their tires.
Bingley puts his name up top, right above Leclerc, as a little hey, I'm here too. I'm gonna be quick. Tally third.
Don't forget about me.
Rabo, I think just a comfortable lap to get him in the Q2. But we lose out SF1 Chronic, so he will have to wait until the race begins. Hilly wants rain.
Hilly says we want rain.
Yeah, so, Hilly,
Do the rain dance, Hilly.
You got your wish yesterday. It rained in our race as well at the end.
Yeah.
Not the whole time. I think it was like...
Yeah, when did it start raining?
It was lap 20, and then I pitted, I think it was lap 21, lap 22, and then we had a solid...
Oh, you did end up needing inners?
Yes, we did.
Wow.
Because when it hit, it came quick.
One straight on mediums. Tally, Rob, and Benny.
Who's first out? I think it's
Red Bull out.
Red Bull. It's going to be Postglad.
Probably.
Yep. Getting himself a little bit more TV time. So, Mr. Postglad, congratulations for getting yourself into Q2. I know you wanted to do that today. You met your goal.
Only one out so far.
He did put on the softs too, so I think he's going to battle for the Q3.
Jono and Cooks have also chosen mediums.
Big shout out to Evil if he's watching.
And Ferrari.
I was in party with him yesterday, and he was electing to go for the hards to try to get just that one stop until the rain. But I know the pace wasn't there. The hard compound was
Ferrari coming out.
Almost a second slower than I think it was
Jono, I think. Yeah, so Jono will be second.
The hards are not nice tyres.
Yeah, they're terrible. They take like 4 laps to heat up.
Oh, I know. When I slapped them on in the race, it took me 3 or 4 laps until the tires actually came around.
Yeah. It's not worth bleeding all that time. That's like another pit stop worth of losses.
In retrospect, when I looked at it...
Which is a shame. I love that blue color.
I mean, it was a stretch to go on the mediums for, I think it was 18, 20 laps, but I think I could have done it.
Yeah.
But hey...
I was planning on doing 17 with no incidents, so... From the start.
Let's hope the GP1 has a better start than we did yesterday.
Yeah.
And I think, Sykes, you guys had a little bit of a mess at the beginning, too.
Yeah, I may have to just get away, but I saw my mirror.
Ooh, Postglad goes wide.
He's still in it, though. He hasn't
And very deep
invalidated.
as well.
He seems a bit twitchier on the steering than normal.
No, it's
Not
been
quite as
down to
smooth.
no one else.
Oh yeah, he's
Might have invalidated.
resigned it.
So
Jono will
next
be-
out? Jono. Good catch, Sam. Keep it on board with Jono. The driver I had the privilege of having a season-long battle with yet last year, or last season I should say.
I think Jono has even worse luck than me. If that's a thing.
It's surprising. I mean, this game has caught a lot of people out, but it's not always the case. I think a lot of people have had unfortunate luck.
Yeah.
And I think Jono is definitely one of those guys because he is quick. He is definitely quicker than me. And it's just his luck that he hasn't been able to score any points or, you know, have a clean
And
race.
invalidated as well.
You're correct. Yep, he turned off his ERS. So who? Smoke Spaceman? He's on a flyer. Postglad sets the quickest time without really going for it. Now he's going for it. Ferrari in the back
I think
stretch.
PTR and Swanee are actually the next ones. Smoke doesn't have his battery on. PTR is on the back straight. Swanee is just starting his lap, sorry. So it's going to be PTR.
Ferrari only has his ERS set into low, I think, medium. I wonder if he's sandbagging just a little bit. He is on a flyer, I believe. Oh,
There's
he
no
bumped
reason
it
to
up.
sandbag on though. Putting mediums on is sandbagging.
He did bump it up, though, so he's coming across.
There
I
he
think
goes,
he should
yeah.
be.
I think he's just starting his flyer.
He's on a
way far back. If this is a fast lap, he's far back.
He goes second.
I think this is his real flyer start, though.
Hilly
Here comes
mentions
PTR.
you. It was a bit of a mess last night or Friday night behind you.
Yeah, I saw the replay that a couple of cars spun.
Nothing will beat GP1 Austria start.
Let's not get into that.
That's
These
What a
guys
nightmare.
are a little salty about
I'm just
that.
glad that I got to be the one to call that, because now my voice is over SF1 history. The worst start.
Yeah. Two drivers went about maybe 200 yards and boomed DNF.
Honey Badger left the session. I'll get him back in.
BTR goes second quickest, 28.4. Post Glad sets a 28.4. You guys are really close in pace. So I think Jono is abandoned his lap. He doesn't have his ERS. Let's see. Smoke Space Man, no ERS. Swanee, 127.8.
It's a good lap from Swanee.
Bingley on his flying lap now. Leclerc is on a flying lap as well. He's only had hot lap, okay.
Where's that?
Tally on a flying lap, I believe, as well. Through Maggots and Beckett's. I think he's the
From the corner goes.
LaFerrari just invalidated
Bravo.
that
127.5 on the mediums.
on mediums.
Benny and Smoker next cross one, I think.
I think LaFerrari invalidated his second lap because he had a
Yeah, Smoker
almost a
validated as well.
127.
Tally sets a 128.2 on the mediums.
Benny 28.4.
Trying to jump on
Also
here.
mediums.
Jono.
Swanee and Posglad, the only ones on soft so far.
PTR goes
To
128.
set a time.
128. Smoke is pushing now. Leclerc.
Claire 127.1 on the mediums.
I think
He's an alien.
I think by I would say no later than USA, Mexico, we might have a title battle on our hands between Leclerc and Bingley. Goes 127.1 on the mediums as well. Oh my gosh. You guys see the split times between Bingley and
This
Leclerc?
league is ridiculous.
They're so close.
600ths.
And then you have
We have to say
Swanee.
that Bingley has stepped up the past couple of races. Because he was quite a way off Robbo and Towley in the first 3 or 4.
He does that. You know, last season, to mention that, in the short season, he had a mare of the beginning of the season. And then it was the last, I think, I would
Smoke
say
abandons.
9 races, he just took off. Like he found his groove. And ultimate.
Yeah, I don't know if he just took a little bit to get used to the new handling in this game or what. I mean, I know I could hardly drive when this game first came out because the handling was so much different.
To go off topic, I think
definitely.
yeah, when I think when everybody purchased the game and they all showed up to Australia and realized the curbs on this game, it
Actually
it caught,
did stuff.
yeah, it caught me out too. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Cookie Chip and Honey
And
Badger
the
on
death
the
curb at Bahrain.
Oh, that was hilarious. So many people crashed
God.
there.
I got it two laps in a row. Once put me into the pit, second DNF.
Ferrari coming down the
Dark mark on
finish.
his way out. Honey Badger is having a tough time staying connected.
Ferrari abandons. So Mark and Rara on their outlap. Bingley retires, saving those tires for the
Think-
beginning of the race.
I think that's Smoke going to be on his way out.
What did I just see? Rabo's back of the pit lane.
I'm not sure.
Well,
Record it.
I think it's safe to say that he's out of the qualifying session.
I think I'm slamming into the back of the pit lane. I don't know what that was. Maybe
Record it.
the guys in the comments, I don't know if you saw that or not. Somebody went barreling into the pit lane and hit the wall. Unless it's just my eyes playing tricks on me. Cookie Chip on a flyer. These guys only have 4 minutes left. So real surprise here. Smoke Space Man, I know he's sitting in the pits. I wonder if he's waiting for a one and done. Mark getting ready to set his flying lap. We'll give a nice shout out to Mark. He stepped down this week as being the main man in SF1. I think it has a lot to do with he wants to be more with his family. So I'm just gonna say, Mark, thank you for everything you've done, that you continue to do. He has stayed on as an admin. He just wants more time with his family.
No, he's not allowed to have it.
Nope, F1 or nothing.
He is actually the guy who
There's
introduced
Cookie
me
Chip. Pull
to streaming
on
and
softs.
commentating. So I think he was the guy I went with the first time.
Yeah, he did everything.
Way back when. The end of season 3 or 2, I can't remember. But he is on a flyer now. Let's see if he can get himself in the top 10. He is on the softs.
So it's going to be amazing if Rob gets through to Q3.
We do have the likes of Honey Badger, Jono, and Smoke Space Man. And Dark Mark, for that matter, who can set a time. Because as we saw with Psych, the man sitting with us tonight, a 127.5. Oh, Mark!
27.9.
Can't understand. Push Benny out. I think Robbo did
Yeah,
crash. Because
they
everybody's going quicker.
the list is just messed up. It leaves Rob in the position that he was in when he crashed. His time will still be applicable, I guess. I don't know. That's so weird though. How are they going to count his time if I don't know? It's weird.
Cookie Chip
This game
sets
is
the
dumb.
fastest time, 127.0. Goes quickest.
He's on softs though.
Smoke was off track there.
Yes, I'm on board with Smoke Space.
Who is strike hard light?
I think it
I've
might be
never
better
seen that
strikes
name
quite
before.
hard. And hopefully he leads. But
Might be a friend of Tally's. I know Tally is hosting the lobby tonight.
Yeah.
So Honey Badger still sits in the pits. He's not coming out.
Yeah, he's been connecting and disconnecting. I think he's having trouble. Oh, it's strike hard elite, not light. I'm smart, I promise.
So 125 to go in Q2. Smoke Space Man
that's why he's on that.
is gearing up to do his one and only. Skillin has made it. All right, Smoke Space Man starts his lap now. Can he get himself in the top 10?
That's why he goes 8th fastest.
Nope, get in there. 2 Force Indias in the top 10. I'll take it. Sorry, guys.
Paz guard coming around, improves. 27.4,
Yes,
good lap,
wow.
Paz. So Paz is safe.
I think Honey
He was
Badger's
worried
going to be
about
the big
Q2.
miss. he is not going to be able to get out.
His connection is giving him trouble. So Smoke, the only one that can improve now. Well, not can improve, but can get into Q3. Benny, surprise exit.
On board with Smoke
PTR as
Spaceman.
well. I think PTR and Ben might have gotten caught out by so many people going out on softs there at the end to set fast laps. Because
I mean, yeah, because you can do a one-stop
set
for
mediums.
soft and mediums. Like the softest
It's just
tyres
reversed.
around this track are actually usable in the race, so...
Yeah. Because they're not actually soft at all, it's just the softest of the three.
Yeah.
Smoke goes 8.
So, Robbo
So
survives.
that'll be it.
So
Yes.
it'll be
Rob's
interesting.
actually in 7th.
Be interesting to see where they put Bravo.
Technically, he should start 10th because he wouldn't be able to participate in Q3. But they'll fix his car and he should be able to run since it's not realistic.
Was LaFerrari pushed out? Now he's 11th.
I think
I think
yeah.
he got pushed out when Paul
Rara
went
beat him by
fifth.
0.015.
So there you guys have it. Jump on, see what is what here. It's a little confusing. XP for
Like I said, this
watching.
game's awesome.
So we lose out. LaFerrari in 11th. The Dark Mark in 12th. PTR in 13th. SF1 Benny, I think, 14th.
Yep.
And Honey Badger, who didn't.
Yeah, I think Ben and PTR got caught out by everybody who ended up qualifying fast on the softs.
But the big surprise here, guys.
Paz, Swanee, Jono, Smoke.
Shout out is definitely needed for Mr. Postclad. It gets himself in the 5th and into, I think, his
That was a huge
first
lap.
Q3 of the season.
I think he's been there before. He just usually gets like 8, 9, 10 when he gets it. I think
So,
he might
yeah.
have gotten 7th once.
9 guys here. Predictions for pole, guys, before these guys start.
Leclerc, he's been on top for so far. Well, when they're on the right tyres,
Leclerc's
obviously,
up there,
good
but
tip,
I think Bingley can pull out the homer.
Psych, I'm sorry, but I think I'm going to give it with Sam and say I think Bingley has shown up today. I know he wants this one. I think
Yeah,
Bingley's
he's
got
a
to
demon
watch.
when he's determined.
I think
A
it's
lot of
going to be...
activity. Everybody's going out early.
Oh, Jeezy Pete. I think it's going to be Bingley, Leclerc, and Talley.
So Rob is starting 10th. He is not in Q3.
He must have been the guy who eventually hit the wall.
That's good.
Hit line.
They changed it from the way that it used to be. It's more realistic now.
So, I think Smoke Spaceman might be the first out. Yes, he is.
Yes. Smoke. Then Swanee, then Leclerc.
I hope so,
Yeah.
Cheers to the viewers. We have 12 viewers currently, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Smoke, then Tally, then Swanee, then Leclerc.
Smoke, Tally, Swanee, and Leclerc. Okay. So we'll keep it on board with Smoke. Little shout out to Psych, his teammate.
I mean, hopefully Red Bull can do something. Obviously, we've won the past 2 races here this weekend, so...
Yeah, with your likes of Clutchy coming back to the league.
doing good well for the combined constructors, even though I think we're quite a way off the rest of the field.
I don't think you're that far off with your 2 wins. You both picked up, I think, 50 points. And I know Yo Robbie picked up points yesterday as well. So Lennon in the comments says Smoke's going to get pole, Bingley, and then Tally.
I think it'll be Bingley, then Leclerc, then Rob or Tally. Smoke will be up there too.
Well, Rob is not in this one, so...
Oh yeah, good point. So, Cookie.
Could we see the likes of Jono in 4th?
Jono could be up there. I say it every week. Predictions are pointless. Anything can happen in this league.
So I noticed the camera angles are a little better this week than they were last week. Smoke
They're not
Space
super
Man
great in Britain.
on his flying lap. Smoke, Tally. Tally should be next if he didn't let anybody go. Comes through 127. Almost dead.
Tally's gonna beat that 26.9.
9. Swanee
27.5 for Swanee.
Leclerc 126.3. Wow.
That's fast. Cookie's coming around. Bingley, pole, 26.1. We'll see a 25 for sure, I think. Cookie only a 27.1.
Jono, I think, has just started his flying lap. Postglad is sitting in the pits. Same with Ra Ra.
Swanee's going again. Smoke is going again. Based on battery.
Postglad, I think, is coming out now. Yes, he is. So Jono, we're keeping on board with Jono. Oh, goes a little wide. Can he get himself in the top 5 today?
I think Smoke's going to improve here. Maybe not. 27.1. 27.0, sorry.
I think we're going to have a showdown with the last probably 2 minutes to see who gets pole today, guys. Between Bingley, Leclerc, and Tally.
Wow, Bingley's lap, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm telling
That's
you.
fast.
Jono sits at 127.8. Postglad is coming out now. Rara still sitting in the pit. Top 3 guys come into the pits. Smoke, I think.
Smoke's still pushing.
He's low on fuel, hopefully.
He might be pushing until he runs out of fuel. Just to see what his theoretical time could be.
He might be up on his delta.
It's going to be tight with that battery. This is where he'll lose it if he loses it.
He's out of fuel.
Yeah, he's out of fuel.
So Postglad getting ready to start his flying lap. 15 viewers, guys. Cheers. Thank you so much. You guys are going to be in for an incredible race if you stay with us. Postglad on his flying lap now. Let's see if he has anything to say about the top 5. I think he could solidly be in for top 8 today.
Oh yeah.
He is already set into the 127s, I believe.
I mean, with a good start as well from around 7th or 8th, he could be 4th or 5th after the first couple of corners.
Now, see, this is what I was getting into yesterday about the track temperatures. Is I know these guys are quick, and I'm not taking anything away from them, but we do have some quick guys in GP2. It's like the likes of you guys in GP3 who are setting the 126s. Nobody in the GP2 set a 126 yesterday, and a couple of people barely got into the 127s. Post gets a little bit into the grass there. So I think these guys might have a higher track temperature for a little bit more grip.
I think it was sunny for us. I can't really remember.
It was
definitely
definitely
you guys had a
126.
dry qualifying and then a wet race, I think.
It wasn't a wet race. It was a monsoon race.
Yeah.
Postglad gets himself in the 6th, 127.2. So we're going to wait on Rah. Don't know. I think he's going to either come out and do a 1 and done or a 2. Couple guys, I think, are leaving the pits. Smokes.
If you want to do 2, you're going to want to come out around 3:30.
Rah,
maybe
I
a
think.
little bit later.
Swanee is following Smoke Spaceman out of the pits. Jono is coming out, and Rah has made his way out.
Yeah, so those will be 2-lap runners, I bet.
On the legs of Haley saying the GP3 was a swim instead of a race.
It was a fun swim though.
Yeah, for you.
Psych looked like Michael Phelps.
The wet tyres were just amazing. Like, the car just felt the best it ever has in the wet.
Oh, Lennon.
And I know in the past couple of races I've struggled, but that was just super fun.
Lennon mate, if you were there yesterday, I'm sure you would have been right up there.
Yeah, I
You've
agree.
improved so much this season. You've given me two heck of a race. Or 2 races that were incredible. So Postglad is coming in. Bingley has come out again. Maybe looking to improve. Will we see 5.9?
Defend against Leclerc, yeah.
Leclerc's in the pits right now. Tally's on his way out.
Still got about 10 seconds if you want to get out.
Smoke Spaceman pushing. Let's see if he can improve. I think he's starting his flying lap now. Cookie chip on out lap. This is where it gets exciting, guys. Rah. I think he is on a flying lap now.
Smoke's on a flying lap.
So everybody but Paz came back out. Surprise Paz didn't come back out, actually.
Might be a
They
little
might
bit
run
of
out of
the...
tyres. I believe he did 2 runs in Q2. I don't think he used a medium at all, so he might just run out of soft tyres.
Yeah.
Is there somebody right in front of Smoke Spaceman? I wonder if he's going to try to... No, I think it's not close enough that he could catch a tail. Smoke looking really solid through the
No, it's for Claire.
fast sector.
Leclerc's letting him by.
Player warming the tires up. He's going to try to fight for pole.
Bingley's on a flyer.
And we have the likes of Bingley, who's been dominant for pretty much the beginning of SF1 history. Get a pole today. Smoke goes 3rd. Bumps Tally out of 3rd.
Tally is on the
Yeah, I
flyer.
think the RS 12 from another lap.
And we'll have time to go again.
Rah getting ready to set his first flying lap. He'll have time for a second. Goes 7th. Tally will have time for a second lap. He is low on fuel though.
Oh, Bingley spun!
Oh, no.
Slow. The cops even. Cops.
Tally bumps Smoke
I
out.
believe he hit... Yeah, he hit the inside curve and spun.
Tally's done.
Bingley weaves the car, maybe a little bit of frustration. Don't bin it, Tally. Jeezy Pete. So it's up to Leclerc to see if he can grab pole. Postglad has settled for 8th. Everybody out on track now. I believe Tally is over Bingley. Can Tally set a 125, guys? Or not Tally, Leclerc, sorry. It's going to be close. I think he just loses
It's going to
a
be
little
close.
bit. He just lost
No,
it.
he didn't improve. Cookie chip there, got fine.
Cookie Chip goes
Just
5th.
fastest.
Smoke Spaceman 4th.
Jono's still running.
Let's see, he's the last one that can improve.
This is
He's
not
6
a
tenths
good
up,
lap.
I think I saw.
Goes
Oh
8th.
wow, it ended up better.
Well, he beats Rara.
Pushed
Wow.
out Rara.
He was at
So you
almost
guys
23
have it.
seconds going into the penultimate corner. I thought that was going to be a lot slower than it was.
Bingley shows up at his home race and says, I want the victory today. Pole, Leclerc 2nd, Tally 3rd. Smoke Spaceman solid 4th. Cookie Chip 5th. Swanee, oh, there's a big pile up of cars. Oh, that's great. Swanee, oh, jeez.
Oh man, there's
Oh,
the
Cookie
McLaren
Chip.
coming in.
Cookie Chips destroyed his car. That's classic. Swanee grabs 8th.
That's that Fernando Alonso frustration.
Postglad gets a solid 7th. Jono 8th. And Rara finishes 9th with Bravo in 10th, who didn't get to take place. Oh man, the sky is looking a little cloudy, guys.
It looks like it could rain, yeah.
The times they're setting definitely seem like it's going to be a dry race, though.
And so more than half, I think, finished on mediums in Q2. Oh wait, maybe it was only 4, not 6.
And we do have a couple guys that are at the tail end today. Carzola, I believe, joined us. Skillen is with us as well. So there's 2 other guys. That's 17 drivers. 18 drivers, actually.
And Skellen has the pace to get through the field.
126.1 from Bingley. That is incredible. Not taking anything away from the other guys. The top 6 were in the 26s.
That's insane.
So these drivers are going to have the complimentary 5-minute break. Please, nobody ready up if you're watching this. We don't want a GP2 incident yesterday. That was
To be fair, we went a couple weeks without it happening. That was the longest streak we'd ever had, at least.
yeah, I was actually surprised that it happened. I was lucky enough to get back in time, but
Yeah.
I definitely didn't get to set anything that I wanted to set. But it happens. We move on. We push on. So these guys are going to have their 5-minute break, select their race strategy, do what they have to do.
So
and then,
start at half past.
Yep. And then should we bring up what you wanted to talk about, Sam? The little idea that we had.
Well, you were the first one to bring it up. Go ahead.
So we are going to take a little bit of time, viewers, to give a shout out to the F3 driver who unfortunately had a major accident today with a couple of spectators, stewards, photographers that were injured. I believe her name is Sophia Florche, or however you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I,
Flourish.
Floresh, yeah.
pronounce that, but she had a mare of an accident. But I hear that everybody that was involved was okay. Nobody wants to see that kind of thing happen in motorsports, and it's great to hear that they're all okay. So I just want
Yeah,
to take a moment.
I think she's going into surgery tomorrow, but she's not paralyzed, and she's functional at least.
That she's only 17 too, from what I hear. So
Yeah.
it's great that she's not, seriously injured. So I just wanted to give a shout out to the viewers. I know that you guys might have watched that. If anybody follows the page, you probably would have seen it. So
I actually
you
saw
know,
it on Reddit before I saw it on the page this morning.
glad she's okay. Glad everybody that was involved was okay. But that will. Do you guys want to add to that before I switch topics?
Nothing about the incident itself. I just think that uh, female drivers are going to maybe not play a major part, but play a part in the future of Formula One and the rest of the lower formula. This girl is I mean I've admittedly never watched her race, but apparently she's really good and really quick, and obviously had this incident, which it can happen to anybody. But there's also that Colombian girl who is testing with Sauber or reserve with Sauber. So females are, becoming a bigger part of motorsports, and I don't think it's a bad thing.
Psych.
Yeah,
Not to
that's
put you on the
something.
spot.
Obviously, what you just said, Sam, about Tatiana Calderon testing with Sauber.
Tatiana,
and
that's her name.
Sauber announced the other day that they've signed a partnership with Charus Racing Team for F2 and GP3. So she's currently in GP3 at the moment, so she could find herself in F2 next year, which is awesome to see.
Which is great to see. I'll be honest. So these guys, that chewed off probably 3 minutes. These guys probably have about 2 minutes to go. Oh no, I saw that and it just regulated my brain back to what happened to Jules Bianchi. I think back in 2014 or 15. 14.
Yeah, October of 14.
So I mean, I don't personally want to see anybody have that happen to them.
Yeah, that Bianchi crash was probably one of the worst ones I've ever seen. It's so bad.
Hopefully next year, and F3 won't see another repeat of this because they're also getting the Halo from next year onwards.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And she actually hit the structure backwards, and then the car flipped like from the back wing along the front. So it wasn't a direct impact on her head, which I think is one of the biggest things that made it not be as bad of an impact as it looked like. Because a lot of that force rolled through the car instead of just hitting on her.
But going backwards, I'd say helped a bit as well. Instead of going straight in.
I know a lot of people complain about the halos, but if you recall what happened, you put the 2 and 2 together, and I'm not against the halo. If it protects the driver,
there's no reason not to have it. We're going.
Oh, we're going. Okay, but like
only 1 minute early, not big.
I was actually surprised that not GP3, but F3 didn't have the halo implemented into their season as well.
Yeah, I think it's because 2019 with GP3, so I think that's why they held off a year, because they're getting.
And I think it's mostly for cost.
Yeah, it is a lot of money
because F3 just has no money in it.
I think the FIA said that the reason why it wasn't implemented last year was because of cost and the fact that they're merging with GP3 from next year. So it would be a smarter business decision to just implement it in 2019.
So we are on our formation lap, guys. 16 viewers, cheers.
This is a significantly cleaner formation lap than GP2.
A lot of drivers here today. I am hoping these guys can keep it clean. Bingley on pole.
Hometown favorite. Doing his signature burnout thing that he does. I wish I knew how to do that. Bingley Ghosts. I think he was recording that.
The GP1 champion for the last 2 or 3 years, or seasons, I should say.
So the top 4, Rob, Dark Mark, Honey Badger, and Chronic are all starting on mediums. Everybody else is on softs. So about half and half split on strategy. But all the front runners will go mediums to softs.
Oh, Bingley got disqualified for going too slowly, I believe. It was either that or the Leclerc drove through him, which then caused him to get disqualified. Or PTR's left
PTR having some connection issues.
So with the
So this
big
so
crowd
is the
of
Fleur now, because Bingley's gonna have so like just ice in his tires. They're gonna be so cold.
Yeah.
So with all these drivers, I guess I'm gonna scroll down as much as I can. Hopefully, I don't miss anything too significant.
You can just stay on the front runners if you want. I'll start like on Jono or Rara.
Okay, I'll
I'll
take
start
Flo.
on Chronic or Honey Badger.
So here we go,
Alright, I'll
guys.
start on Cookie then.
Everybody lines up. Formation lap over. Waiting for the lights.
What a
Waiting
terrible
for
camera
everything.
angle.
Oh my gosh! So I'm gonna jump in on Leclerc. 5 red lights. Here we go. Go, go, go. Bingley
Good start
gets a
with
terrible
second
start
start.
too. Leclerc takes the lead.
Skillen didn't start, but Carzola had
Bingley
a
gets pushed out.
screamer.
Tally finds himself in the second. Cookie Chip third. Post-Clad or Smoke Space Man in fourth.
Postman off the back.
Bravo already gets up to
Carzola has
fifth.
had an amazing start.
Jono and Bingley fighting. Bingley, the big loser there. Ooh, gets swallowed up by Swanee. Bingley is getting bullied here.
Benny
LaFerrari
looking to
makes
make a
space.
move.
Bingley squeezing Swanee
Chronic goes
out.
wide.
Bingley, I think, makes the move around Swanee.
Carzola
still
up
pretty-
5 spots. Robbo up 5 spots.
Yeah.
Posclad down 6.
Oh, someone's talking to Mark and Carzola.
Carzola gets
Carzola
11th.
just managed to helm.
Carzola has had the best start of anybody. All of his overtakes have been legit pace overtakes. I mean, he's just been carving through people.
A guy to keep an eye on is Cookie Chip. He is on the softs with the 2 front runners on medium, so he's going to catch these guys. But his tires are going to fall off. Smoke Space Man is right behind him as well.
Benny is right on the back of Carzola, who's on the
Almost
back of Dark
contacting
Mark.
2 Toro Rossos there.
2 Ferraris
Ferrari,
together,
okay.
Bravo and Jono.
There is
Bingley.
not a single second interval until you get to 16, 17.
There is one between Rara and Bingley.
Oh,
Bingley is
Rara
putting-
Swanee, I just saw. Swanee Bingley, rather.
Oh, so close to the 2 Toro Rossos once again.
Whoa,
these two-
someone just cut a corner, it looked like.
It's too close
What's that?
together. Ferrari looking to join the
Dark
battle
Mark
here.
battling Benny,
Ooh,
side by side.
Keep it clean, guys.
Benny gets pushed a bit wide.
Terrible camera angle. Thank
Oh,
you for
Italian
that.
Leclerc went wide. Oh no. Just.
Cookie
Benny
Chip.
and Dark
Cookie
Mark
Chip's gonna
make
go
contact.
forward.
Benny
No,
falls
Cook's
right to
gonna
the
go
back.
Cookie Chip, I think, lets off a bit. Intelligent driving. Tally goes wide. Can Cookie Chip capitalize here? Bravo is gearing up to work on Smoke Space Man.
LaFerrari's kind of trapped there behind those Toro Rossos, isn't he?
I think so,
definitely
yeah.
looks like it's good pace at the moment.
Cookie Chip with the toe. Can he make the move? I think it's going to be a little late. Tally closes the door.
He still had a look.
Ferrari on the inside of 20. Nope. Kicks nose out of it again.
Bravo and Smoke Space Man. Ooh, Smoke Space Man's not going to give up that position so easily. Bravo.
Cookie, what a
Ooh,
run.
Jono goes really wide. Bingley.
Bet don't around the outside of Honey Badger.
DRS enabled. Bingley's going to try to get around Jono here. Goes for the inside. Jono says no way. Bingley looking for the switchback. Please give
These
me a better
cameras
camera.
are bad.
No, right? Bingley dives for the inside. Can he make it stick? Side by side with Jono.
Jono holds on.
Oh, Carzola and LaFerrari. LaFerrari cut across. He's over there on the straight.
Jono does hold on. He keeps
Dark Mark and
position.
Skillen battling as well.
Oh my gosh, back and forth. I see that. Just keeping it on Bingley. Bingley goes for the inside.
Oh, Smoke went very wide there. It's good wide also. The Cooks.
Bingley a solid exit out of there. Can he make it stick here? Jono doesn't have DRS. This should be job done for Bingley. Dives for the inside.
Tally on smoke. Looks like a Tally so far.
What happened to Tally?
Rob right there too.
If Tally must have been wild or something, because he lost in position to prevent sprint. Although on left while.
Smoke Space Man, fastest lap.
And getting pit.
Skill in pits.
Tally's right
Yeah,
behind.
from the start.
Bingley's got a little time to make up. Tally knows that his championship contender's right behind him now. Tally gets a little loose. That might open the door for Robbo. They both have DRS. Ooh, they're so close. Oh, Robbo sends it deep. Tally gets right back around him. Robbo. Tally, I think, is struggling.
Got an
for
excellent run. Jesus.
I wonder if Tally has wing damage of some sort.
Oh, Chronic's in the wall.
Oh, geez.
I don't know if that was contact. Tori outbroke himself, but he's lost his front wing.
The wing. Cookie chip,
Cookie
3-second
chip,
time
big
penalty.
penalty.
I think Chronic's left.
Bingley's almost caught Tally now.
I think Tally
Doesn't
might
look like Tally
have.
has wing damage.
I think he might have hit the back of Smoke Space Man's gearbox, maybe.
Yeah, it is. It's not typical. So
Bingley, fastest time.
That'll help you catch. Swanee on Rara.
Leclerc doing what he always does.
both tyres are working well right now as well. The tyres have been a huge drop off.
Dark Mark having a look at Ben.
So,
Ben comes
Ooh,
back.
nice contact.
Who's behind
Now
him?
Honeyman just got involved as well. 3 wide contact between the
Mark
Honeyman.
does for the switch around.
Mark and Ben have been going at each other all race.
Swinging well.
Mark on the inside.
He tore to side by
Can he
side
push
again.
it?
Let's stick. Good racing. Good let off by Mark. He would have slammed into him.
It's too sure us to
Swanee and Rara again.
Rara come very wide. Amy on Tally.
Bingley gets
went off
Tally.
The road again. Yep, Tally's off the road again. I
Rara,
don't know
3
if
second time
he had
penalty.
too much ballast on. Yeah, because he is struggling big time.
Dark Mark is losing.
Bingley
Bingley
did
now.
use a lot of his battery to get there though. Rara and Swanee keep trading.
Postglad following
Good
La
teammate
Ferrari. There is a huge battle here between Swanee, Rafa, and Carzola.
I can't believe how many battles are happening right now.
I'm gonna ride
Robin
with
Smoke.
Carzola. Jump on board with Robin Smoke. Ooh, Swanee 3 second
Swanee,
time
3
penalty.
seconds. That matches Rara.
Bingley,
Chronic is ghosted.
he left the session. Bingley looking
Rob
to
goes on Smoke. See if Smoke comes back. No. Ooh, has a look. Will he switch back again? Rob stays inside. Good
Skilling
defense.
3 second time penalty.
I think that's his second one.
Can Smoke Space Man come back after Robbo? He's hanging with him. He's gonna have DRS too.
I would say he's not giving him any breathing room. Who is that in front of Rob?
It's Cookie
McLaren.
Chip.
Oh, it is second place. I didn't know if it was Cookie or a back marker.
I think Smoke Space Man's too far out, but Bingley is right behind. Smoke Space Man goes for the nope, tucks it back in.
I'm surprised they're all bunching up again. Up front.
Rara made a mistake, I believe. He dropped back by over a second to swing.
Ooh,
Bingley, big penalty.
Bingley penalty.
That puts him almost back in 7th. Robbo, fastest lap.
Ferrari, 3-second time. Oh, I think that went through. Okay, that was.
Rob's at about half battery. Smoke is only at 30% battery. Same with Bingley. So Bingley and Smoke have the most work with the least battery.
Can Bingley get the job done? Get around Smoke's face, man.
Worth noting, Cookie Chip is on the softs, which are going to start to die off here pretty soon, if they haven't already. So Cookie is really just holding everybody up for Leclerc right now. Probably from this or next lap on, he'll just be bleeding time and Leclerc will stretch his lead.
Bingley is
Rob and
still
Smoke and
behind.
everybody want to get around him as quick as possible.
Right on board with Robbo.
Cookie has dropped 0.3 to Leclerc since I said that.
And that's welcome Smoke's face, man, and Bingley
4
right
tenths.
behind him. Ooh, Bingley.
Oh, I think I
Way
made a
wide,
mistake on
Cookie.
TV.
Bingley is gonna make Smoke's.
Robbo gets
Oh,
through.
look at this train.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Can Bingley
Bingley
make
makes
it?
it stick. Good move by Bingley.
Robbo has found himself up to second.
Leclerc, fastest lap, 30.7.
Ooh, Bingley
Rob
goes a
trying
little
to
wide.
chip away.
Ooh, Bingley. Smoke's face, man, makes a dive for Bingley. Honey Badger,
Just a
3-second time
touch wide,
penalty.
maybe.
Bingley
Ooh,
goes
Bingley
back to
comes
the
back.
inside. They both have DRS though. Easy guys, Tally's right there
Depending on
behind
Comes out
him.
poles, I
pretty
believe it's
early.
going to be a very good, well, very easy move for them in the second.
I think
Side
Smoke
by
could
side,
defend it a
Bingley
little
and
harder on
Smoke's
that.
Tally's
down
right
inside
Benny
behind.
gets pause glide.
Pause.
Skillen another penalty. Skillen's having trouble. Skillen does
Tally's
not
back in the hunt.
have a setup on though. He started
I
late.
wonder if Tally only hit his tyres after the winner. I just have to wait for the extra to be down and see the push.
I was
Ooh,
thinking
big
of
Big
that.
penalty, Tally.
His lap times are now back up to the leader's pace and he's back up to the leading quartet, so
Ferrari, I think that's his second.
cruise ship picks from second place or third place. And he gets a
Cookie gets up speeding penalty.
goes 5 miles an hour over.
Watch
Now
that
Ferrari
delta
and
at
Mark
the
side by
top.
side.
Mark gets it. Oh. I think LaFerrari's tires are going to start to go. Smoke's face, man.
Smoke
big
gets
time.
a penalty.
Oh, he's Benny can have a look at Rara in a second now. Will he go for a dive? Nope, it's not.
Cookie Chip right at the back after his pit stop.
I'm on board with LaFerrari chasing Dark Mark with Honey Badger right behind him. There's so many on-track battles.
Benny on Rara. Down inside.
And he's finally making his way through the field.
Rara comes back at him though.
LaFerrari goes to the inside of Dark Mark. Dark Mark.
Mark comes back at him.
Mark comes
is
back.
contact.
Contact. Yep. Honey Badger's right there.
Oh, these guys are so close.
This is going to be bad.
Keep it clean, guys. Swanee,
Swanee
3-second
got
Honey
it.
Badger goes for a look.
Benny on Rara again. We've had stand this one. Then Pod's looking in the background, so if they battle, Pod's got 2 of them here.
Benny
on the
trying to hold
grass,
around the
Benny
outside.
Bingley, fastest time.
Rob comes back. Good job.
Oh,
Benny
Rara.
has the inside now.
Rara pits. I ain't got a 5 seconds to go. I believe someone's knocked off pit forward.
Johnner pits.
Still letting me know where to stop. So I think that's why people get penalties. Because in deep pit forward either, so I have to guess when I pit tips.
So the delta at the top is kind of staying put at 2.3, 2.4. I'm gonna
Yeah.
look to see.
It was 3 when Rob passed Cookie.
Bingley is
for
catching
second
Robbo
place.
too. Bingley is on a charge here. Bravo is using Hot Lab, and Bingley is on. Can these two front runners have anything to say against Leclerc today? Bingley
Oh, Mark
is
and Honeybacker again. Mark runs a bit wide. Oh, Honeybacker went very wide there. And he's on the grass and Mark has him. It was very strange. Honeybacker, I think he must have got hooked on the curb and he just spat him onto the track.
Post Glad and Benny right here. Benny goes, I think he's going to dive. Both of them dive for the pits.
Is the pit board there? Oh, it is.
Solid. Bingley is only 0.3 seconds behind. LaFerrari finds himself in the
He needs
6th.
to have a bit more ERS though. He only has 25%. Not that much.
Bingley only 3 tenths behind Robin now.
Hilly's now. It's a hell of a race. Oh, I agree. Ooh, Rabo a little wide. I'm gonna run and jump on Bingley.
Oh, Paul's got Benny in the pits.
Oh, you're right.
Bingley gets a great exit. I think he's gonna have Rabo here.
This is his look, yeah. On the
Job
outside,
done.
Rob back in the slipstream.
They haven't really lost a lot
Bingley
of time.
gained 6 tenths on that straight. He was down. He was 2 tenths behind. Now he's 4 tenths ahead.
Spone's face man losing
Not
time.
wide. He's going to have Honeybacker back into play.
So the top 5 guys are on mediums.
Honeybacker.
LaFerrari, I think he's gonna think about
Mark.
pitting here soon. Yep. As I say that, dives for the pits. And gets a 5-second stop go.
That's the 3rd one.
Now it's up to Bingley to see if he can pull back any of this gap. It's dropped 2.2. I think he is pushing. I think he needs... I wouldn't be surprised.
Leclerc has plenty
maybe
of battery.
Oh, Robert went on the gravel there. Pushing a bit too hard out the corner. Lost 5 tenths.
he was close. We have Dark Mark on Honey Badger. Rara on Carzolo as well.
Betty on pause.
Here we go. Benny looks for the inside. Carzolo, 3-second time penalty.
Pause around the outside.
Back around the
Holds
outside
it.
though. The penalty comes around the outside of Pulse.
Gets a
Ooh,
bit
Felix.
wide in the gravel
Good
though.
Bravo's still right behind Bingley. The delta is now 1.9. These guys are going to be
I
flying.
know Paz.
It's going to be a
Paz
three-way.
hates those fast right-handers at the beginning of the lap and right before Nuggets. He hates those. Those are his least favorite on this track. That's where he'll lose a lot of time.
Yeah, on the wheel, you can carry so much more speed through there. I believe in
Yeah.
GP3, I was gaining around a second on hill just so Magnus and Beckett's are down.
These guys are a little spaced out now between Robbo and Bingley. I think it's going to be a three-way fight for the win. Because
Yeah.
Bingley is catching Leclerc.
I was gonna say he's taking 7 tenths out.
He is dropping on his ERS a little bit though. And I think Robbo is comfortable with just finding that toe and letting Bingley pull him up to Leclerc. Delta now 1.3.
Bingley almost completely out of ERS though. Leclerc still has 50%. Robbo 45%.
When these top three circle together, they could jump it over in pit stops again, like before was Benny and Pos.
Yeah.
Bingley
Bingley
fastest
fastest
time.
lap.
Everyone's setting personal best at the moment.
Finally got some decent intervals.
Can Bingley pull the gap down? Robbo is staying comfortably behind Bingley. Honey Badger 3-second time penalty.
How far do you think the top 7 are gonna stretch their tires? Like 16 or 17?
Yeah, I'd say 16 17.
Robbo, ooh, big penalty.
penalty.
So now Bingley and Robbo have one. I don't think Leclerc has one.
He doesn't.
Oh man, that delta is falling, guys. I think we're gonna have one heck of an incredible end to this race.
So with those penalties, Bingley, if the race ended this lap right now, Bingley would be safe in second, and Tally would take the podium from Rob on aggregate.
Oh, quick chip on Mark. Quick chip now. Start Mark. It's wide
Oh,
there.
cookie
and
chip.
should be fair to say. Oh, quick chip goes on the grass.
Cookie
there.
Chip runs wide too, yeah.
There was so much collision speed, but Mark ran a bit wide. Cookie chip had to take avoidant action and just misjudged it slightly.
It goes on the outside. Side by side again.
Mark's not
This
afraid to
guy's-
hold around the outside.
I think he kind of let him go just to
So he didn't
keep
get
it
closed
safe
on.
here.
Yeah. Rara's gonna have a look at Corzola.
Oh, they bump.
Contact.
Contact. Another piece of contact.
Oh, Rara pushes cars out of the wide.
Ooh.
Almost contact again.
Benny sets the fastest
Good
time.
racing though. See if Corzola can get him back. There he goes.
Oh,
Contact.
That was not great.
Benny now gets both of them.
Yeah, Corzola should probably let Rara.
Oh,
Oh, Rock was right back. That was questionable.
And Rara loses half his win.
Yeah, I mean, I can
Bingley
understand the
was
frustration from
No,
Rara,
even a
but...
second of Leclerc. We've missed.
we
Only
definitely
pits,
got
trying to
that.
Oh
get
yeah,
in.
8/10.
Only pits trying to get the undercut, I think. Bravo follows him.
Oh, Carzola cuts him
That's
off.
a
Tally also
pretty
follows
big
him.
undercut.
These two are not happy with
I mean,
each
only
other
7
right
pits
now.
back off, so it could be dividends. Oh, Swanee also
Smoke,
on
huge
Jono.
penalty.
Swanee should get Jono here if he gets the good enough exit.
Bravo followed suit with Bingley.
Yeah.
So did Tally.
Jono lagged back a bit.
I
though.
think-
I'm just gonna
I
move
think
on.
Rob
Swanee on Jono.
made up a bit of gap in the pit, just a little.
So west side again. Oh, Jono
Little
was
bit of
deep and
contact.
pushes.
Yeah, Rob's
Right,
right there.
Swanee comes back and hits him.
Okay, these guys are getting a little out of
He
hand.
doesn't.
Mark pits. Honey Badger pits. So what is the delta?
So many stop-go penalties for speeding.
Leclerc,
Leclerc,
3
there's
seconds.
3-second penalty.
Top
That's
3
huge.
guys
So
now
everybody's
have
even
one.
up top 3. So again, Leclerc is safe in first, Bingley safe in second. That puts Cookie into third on aggregate. But Cookie has not. Oh, he pitted earlier. So Cookie's on oldish mediums compared
Should
to
be
new
able-
softs.
Yeah, I think he's gonna lose out to Tally in the long
He'll
run.
lose a decent amount of time. Yeah, and Rob.
Leclerc fits.
There's some
See if
guys
Bingley can make 30 seconds up.
So Leclerc stops now. Bingley is.
I think Leclerc made a bit of space on Bingley. I think the overcut works better than the undercut.
He is on his way out. Bingley is coming around now to the start finish.
Leclerc's pretty
on
safe.
his way.
Wow.
Yeah.
He has so much more time.
Yeah.
Bingley's on his way through,
Undercut is
I'll say
broken.
that. He does look a bit closer.
but Leclerc is on cold tires now.
He
so
dropped
Bingley's
a
there.
couple tenths, so yeah.
Bingley right behind him now.
Those softs turn on pretty fast though. They'll be on probably by the next turn.
Bravo right there too. Bingley's
Bingley
gonna
has
go
to
for
get
the
him. Here's Bingley.
inside.
Oh, contact.
Oh!
I
It
think
looked like Bingley
Leclerc
just
touched
turned
him,
in on
yeah.
him.
It looked like to me that Leclerc either came out like he was trying to get back on the racing line or understeered out.
What was that? That opens the door for Bravo.
If
Bingley.
I had to blame somebody, I would blame Leclerc for that.
Yeah, he tucked to the inside and then kind of popped back out on the outside.
Yeah.
How about John Cosella?
Bingley's still not far back though. Only 1.5 seconds total.
Carzola is
And I think that was Leclerc getting wide.
keeping Honey Badger.
People keep on Towley. Or Towley called it. Oh, yes, it
Rabo's
comes.
charging. Cookie
Then
chip
jump
right
back
on.
Benny, 3-second time
Benny
penalty.
Williams comes in. That's the second one now.
Bingley's not going to be happy. I think he's going to come back.
Rob might have a
Bravo.
look. Oh, he got so much closer than I thought he was going to.
Oh, jeez, guys. Both lock up a little
Bit of a
bit.
lock from Leclerc.
Bravo
Johnny
had
penalty.
one just a bit. Look who's right behind him again.
Rob's gonna go right now.
I'm going to follow on board with Bingley here.
Leclerc using everything he has to defend.
They touch. Invites
comes
Bingley
back.
right back into it.
Bravo switch back.
Bingley right there behind him. This is incredible, guys.
Yeah. Top three separated by 4 tenths, 3 tenths.
All equal on penalties. It's everything to play for.
Yep. Tally just out of reach from those penalties. I think Tally might have a penalty as well, so I think the top 4 are all equal on penalties.
Bingley seems
Hey,
to
but
get a
John Cosella,
better
How
exit
about they super deep? Looks like Ross and Corona again.
with his back DRS.
Bingley is only a 10th behind Robbo.
Robbo.
Rob goes!
He's going to look for the inside.
Defending.
Leclerc cuts it off. Oh,
Oh,
bumps him.
huge
Bingley
Really
gets
looked up
contact.
there. It looked like Leclerc looked up and just couldn't stop in time.
Yeah, I think Rob turned into it.
Bingley's going to go for it.
That corner is very easy.
It looks like
to
Leclerc might be lagging a little
Easy, guys, easy. Bingley goes for the outside. Will he do the switch back? We know
He's
he
gonna go
knows
down
how
the
to
side.
control.
bit.
He
Bingley has
goes.
the line. I can't believe
Bingley
Leclerc
doing what
held
George
that.
Russell did in F2. Yeah.
Here he goes. Bingley has
Bingley
the
holds.
RS too.
That's it. That's move done. So for the first time, Bingley's leading again. First
Yeah,
legitimate
Leclerc's
hold.
locking up everywhere now.
Oh man.
Tally
Tally now.
about
Leclerc is absolutely doing everything that he can.
Honey
to hold
Badger
that
on
spot.
Carzola
He's-
real quick.
Bingley
Jump on board.
has less fuel than Rabo and Leclerc. He's got a yellow fuel light on.
It's already been almost 20 laps, guys. These guys are crazy.
That's crazy. It feels like it
Honey
just
Badger
started.
on Carzola.
Leclerc could have got a warning there. He went pretty far off track. I'm glad that there's no other crazy battles happening because
Both glad has
Honey
found
Badger
himself.
and
front three are so
Carzola
crazy.
again.
Yeah,
Honey Badger, yeah.
I'm on back with that guy.
This is
Those
a
two
bit
guys.
of a ping pong battle with Honey Badger diving it and then going onto the grass. Then conceding the position.
He is on the quicker tires, Honey Badger, so he's got to pick his moment, but pick it. Honey Badger
That's
gets,
right, penalty.
as we say, time penalty for his troubles. It looks like Carzola is running a lot more not downforce, but he has a lot more straight line speed than Honey Badger. Because even when Honey Badger has DRS, he can't pull up next to him. Bingley is almost around putting. Oh, Rabo and
GP3 I was running
Leclerc.
2.6
Oh,
and then
jeez.
4.6.
With these two battling, it's going to invite Bingley to kind of pull away. Can he maintain 6 laps and grab the victory? Bingley still with that yellow fuel line. He's going to have to save time penalty.
Yeah, he ran wide at turn 1.
So, guys, tuning in, did you think you're going to see a 3-way battle for the lead? Leclerc goes into the grass.
I thought we might see a 3-way battle for the lead, but not within 1 second total.
Talley's not too far behind either. I mean, he could have a say in this.
Yeah, especially if there's contact.
A couple of laps. The way he's just driving it, looks like the car's overdriving at the moment.
Right on board with Bravo here. Leclerc. A little bit of a lock up there.
No one has been lapped yet, except for Skillen and Chronic, who are not in the game.
Rara's a bit away up the road.
Rara's getting close, but he's only about 10 seconds up the road from Bingley.
You know what, guys? I am riding on board with Bravo, and I think he might have DRS problems. I'm going to follow this. I don't think he had DRS at that point. I'll have to take a look. So
Rob
I'm going to
definitely
stay with
has
him.
the most battery. Rob's in the best shape, battery charge-wise, by a lot. Bingley's using pretty much all of his battery.
Let's see.
Yeah, the guy's overdriving at the moment.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, he does have DRS. Bingley. You know he's not going to fold. He's good under pressure. It's not too often you get to tune in.
Behind. I believe when Bingley took lead, there was 1.5 back to Towley, now it's 3.3. So.
Yeah.
So imagine if these guys, Leclerc gets a little loose out of there. If these guys hold it together, the podium interviews are going to be. Oh,
and Leclerc
no.
gets penalty due to overdriving. Yeah, you can see as soon as he lost lead, he was just pushing way too hard.
He's still a second clear of Tally.
Bingley is really not saving his DRS. He's only going down to medium, when he should DRS be in like low or none for you.
I'm just saying this podium interview is going to be. I think these guys are going to be out of breath.
Yeah, sweaty.
Just a little bit.
Mark puts off another penalty.
So Rabo, Bingley, and Leclerc still fighting for that top spot. Leclerc 6-second time penalties. Rabo 3, Bingley 3.
Tally 3.
But Towley's dropping back like mad.
Yeah, he's
just
falling
squeezing to
back.
the end. Or the other the top three faces is so fast that you can't keep up.
Only, what, 3 laps to go. Will Rabo just sit behind Leclerc and pick up that second? I know him. I know he's a racer. He's not going to want to do it by penalties. He's going to want to do it on track.
The question is, can Rabo get close enough for Leclerc to have a run on?
Yeah,
But it's in the
he's
ball,
also
in
smart.
2
He won't risk it. He won't risk his future championship battle against Leclerc on
Ooh,
one
Mark's
on
out.
track battle. that he's already winning in aggregate, he'll sit back and just let it win the way that it's meant to, because points are more important.
Where did Mark lose it at? I'm riding on board with Rauer
I'm
now.
not sure. I think it might be coming out at the third to last corner.
Is that Mercedes curse?
I think it's style, I can't remember.
Yeah, Skillen.
The player is supposed to win this time.
Rob has almost completely used up all of the battery that he had saved, and he hasn't really gained any time from it.
Bingley
Same with
is-
Leclerc, and Bingley's still holding on.
Yeah, I think he's starting to save a little fuel. He has to.
Yeah,
Who's he coming up next to? Oh, that's a ghost car.
Leclerc,
Okay.
that's
I think that's Chronic.
Goes right through.
That's what I do whenever I see ghost cars. No point getting off the line for it. Benny could catch Jono.
If Bingley gets overtaken, he's not going to have anything to come back at him with, because he only has 17% ERS.
Yeah,
compared
Bingley's
to
pretty
the
much
first two.
completely going all in on defense.
Benny and John are getting close.
Done another solid race. Post Clyde has found himself in the 10.
We fair standing for Benny.
Benny goes on the inside.
I think Ben is my driver of the day today.
Yeah, I have to agree with you.
He's been battling all race. He's had a couple incidents, you know, getting pushed wide and in the gravel and stuff. Very suboptimal race, but he's still, you know, gained 5 positions,
Good
ended up
recovery,
in the
though.
points. Yeah, after not great qualifying show.
He's also started from the back.
I would
yeah.
say Rob, but he belongs in the top 3, so.
This guy's not separated.
I feel so bad not giving driver of the day to someone like Rob because, you know, he gained 7 positions. He's had an immaculate drive. He's up there challenging for the lead, but it's hard to give it to someone who does that
Clerk.
every week, you know.
Right behind Bingley now. You know, if he holds on and wins this, I'm gonna have to give it to Bingley because he had a mare of a start and to fight back and possibly win this race.
He did have a great fight back to reclaim the lead, especially dropping down as far as he did.
I think he fell down to 6th or 7th.
Yeah. I think it's still
Benny
Ben.
here.
Post
Ben
Clyde.
from Haas.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it might put him down. Can
Claire's
Bingley hold
starting
on?
to reel in. Bingley has no battery at all.
Or fuel.
It's going to be close.
But if he
He
gets
still
around,
has yellow fuel, so it's not in negatives.
if he gets around Bingley, can Bingley keep within 3 seconds of him to grab that win?
Oh yeah, I forgot that
Bravo.
Yeah,
Leclerc's
good point.
3 seconds
Really
up.
got that.
Oh, Leclerc!
So yeah, realistically, Bingley could just let it through and tow.
Oh, don't
Doesn't
this
happen.
Bingley
guy's
then just has to beat Robbo.
Contacts.
Contact.
contact.
Bingley's dangerously low.
Leclerc's
fuel
gonna
now.
get passed by Robbo here. Robbo has way more speed than Leclerc. Nope. Leclerc pulled it up.
I think Bingley is saving
He's
as
done
much
He always went for the
fuel.
dive there.
Guys in the comments, let us know what you think about your driver of the day. Bingley for me, poor start, been strong since. I agree, Hilly. He's doing what he has to, but he's fighting. He's low on fuel. Leclerc goes on the outside.
Leclerc on the outside.
Although he's got a
Bingley
nice hiccup.
goes.
Look at watch this fight from.
Oh, switchback Leclerc. Can he come back again? Bingley holds.
Leclerc
Great
is
exit by Leclerc.
low on fuel as well now too. Bravo doesn't have
Super
any
defensive
fuel
from
light.
Bingley. This turn is huge.
Oh, jeez. Keep it clean, guys. Bingley.
Leclerc gets some grass.
I'm gonna ride on board with Bravo here. This is crazy.
I'm with
Leclerc
Leclerc.
gets a little into the grass again.
Leclerc a little delayed turning his DRS on.
Bravo, or
See if that makes a
holds
difference.
Oh!
the inside.
So much overspeed, Leclerc. Leclerc comes, or Bingley comes back rather.
Last lap, guys.
See if
Keep
he
it clean.
flicks to
Bravo,
the inside.
Bravo's gonna squeeze. Oh, Bravo pushes Bingley.
I don't think
So
Bingley
you have
knows
it.
that Leclerc
I
has
think-
another penalty.
Bingley's gonna grab it on the win. Bingley gets the
Yeah.
win.
Yeah,
Bravo
Leclerc
second.
third.
Leclerc third. What a end
What a
to the
finish.
race. Tally gets a solid fourth. Cookie Chip coming to get a fifth.
So the
Space
top
Man.
3 finish within 1 second total on track.
Can Smoke Spaceman get Cookie Chip on penalties? He slows it up. Oh, jeez.
I think he ran out of fuel.
Oh, Swanee got him. Wow.
Smoke ran out of fuel. Wow.
Smoke goes way
And Johnny gets him
down.
as well.
Oh,
And Benny.
Smoke had massive penalties. Oh, someone hit him. I think
Post Glad gets
Chronic
himself a
hit
point.
Smoke.
All left Ferrari in
What's that?
Maybe it was Benny and...
LaFerrari has a lot of penalties. I think Cazola's safe.
Carzola. Oh,
Cazzola
jeez.
Oh.
bins it.
Oh, look, Ra's in the
Rara,
garage.
another penalty.
Rara.
Yeah, Ferrari was 14 seconds
yeah,
up on
yeah.
penalties.
If you guys want to go ahead and invite Bingley, Bravo, and Leclerc in, we'll get these podium interviews going in a second. Following on board with Rara. So Rara coming through, finished the race in 14th.
Right there.
And Carzola's car is still sitting in the line. All right. So I think that's everybody. We're just waiting on this. So there you have it. Bingley picks up the win. Home Grand Prix. Rabo second. And Leclerc third. A solid race. What an incredible race between all three of you guys. Down to the wire. I think it was, what, 12, 14 laps you guys battled it for the win. So I'm going to jump and start with Bingley. Bingley, my man. Incredible race. Kind of a mare of a start. You fought your way back. You got yourself onto the podium. And you got yourself the win. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it was interesting to start one. Yeah, I knew I had good pace, race pace and all that, so I just got my head down and just tried to gain the positions back. Also, I did. And then once I got in front, I think I took too much out of my tyres, and then towards the end of the race, you saw that, so I had nothing left to give. But yeah, apart from that.
You were battling pretty hard at the end there. Did you know that Leclerc had 3 more seconds in penalties than you and Rob, or were you just trying to keep it in front of him on track?
I didn't know that he had another penalty, so I thought, wow, I wanted to cross the line first.
Yeah.
But obviously, let's just make sure and just stay in second. But,
Why risk it?
yeah, why risk it?
Psych, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, tell Bingley, stop getting bad starts. Just, as soon as you get your
Mate,
starts
that is
like
the worst
it'll
start
be-
I've had
it'll be
in
amazing.
ages. I mean, I've got so good in my starts and I bottled it, but oh well, it is what it is.
But congratulations, Bingley. You picked up the win on your home Grand Prix.
Cheers.
So we're going to jump with Rabo. Rabo, second place, solid drive. You had to work your way from 10th up to second. You actually had one heck of a start. You were from 10th to 5th, I think, within the first, I'd say, like 500 meters. So tell us how your race went today.
I was just driving pissed off, if I'm honest. After what I did in qualifying, I was only just looking at the thing and then realised, it was going to put me in front of a lap. I was just looking to race right there, as you do. And I unpaused myself and tried to come across the grass, and all of a sudden my car jerked too much to the right, and for some reason my car just obviously lost the wheel. So I was heavily pissed off, but I did the most British thing ever and made a cup of tea. So can't calm down a little bit. But I drove the whole race without talking to anyone, and yeah, the start was weird. I don't know how I jumped 5 people, and by the way, then 5 people in front of me started on softs, and I was on the medium, and I all somehow managed to get a better start than all of them, which was strange. And then it was just picking off like Smoke and Tom and stuff like that to get to the. And then obviously Bingley, I had no pace compared to Bingley. I'll tell you what, I was hanging on like a thread to them guys. I was just literally overdrive. Yeah, I overdrove the car to try and stay with them, but I wasn't pushing too much because I knew Tom was behind me. So I was like, as long as I'm extending my gap, that's all that matters. I don't want to over push and lose my third or whatever, and then lose stupid amount of points. So I had a pretty bad qualifying, so I thought third was the best, or second will be the best result. So only finished 2 tenths off the lead was were you wondering if them 2 had penalties more? So I'm annoyed that I got a penalty, otherwise I probably might have snatched it, but it is what it is. Went on to Bingley. It's about time, mate.
Yeah, find a goal win.
So yeah, it's gonna be a good end to the season.
Little fuel to the fire. Your points now have been extended between you and Tally. So, going into Germany, do you feel like you can extend those points any further, or do you think it's going to be quite the battle between you two?
Yeah, like I'm taking it one race at a time. Until Bingley gets to second, then I'll start working, to make sure I beat him, etc. And I always just make sure I beat the guys around me. Maybe Bingley will have a bad race at some point.
That's it.
Sam,
Psych, you guys have anything else to add?
I was just going to ask about qualifying. You kind of touched on the incident. What kind of qualifying pace do you think you could have had? Bingley, I think you had, a 26.1 for pole and then a 26.3 for second for Leclerc.
I reckon I would have maybe got second or third. Or maybe even fourth if I had a really bad lap, but I reckon I would be around Towley, Leclerc, pace, not.
Yeah, I figured you'd be up there, but I wasn't sure if you thought you could nab pole or not.
No, it's all about my race pace. My quali pace is I've not got a single pole position. I've only got 1 pole in the whole history of me being in SF1, so I don't really rate my qualifying. Anyway.
All right, but cheers, Robbo. Second place, good solid drive today. And we are going to go to our 3rd place driver, IS Leclerc. A little bit of unfortunate at the end. You picked up 6 seconds in penalties, which put you to 3rd. Solid drive, though, by the way. Solid drive, solid fight with the 2 top guys. Tell us a little bit about your race.
First of all, congrats to Bigley and Robot. His pace was incredible. My race was pretty cool at the beginning. Bingley missed his start, and I created a little bit of gap. And then when he come back, he tried to do the undercut, and my pit stop was pretty bad. 3.1 second. I have never seen that, but yeah. And after a great battle with Bingley, my tire at the beginning was pretty cold, so I was in dirty. I pushed him a little bit too much, and that's it.
Anything to add, guys?
Nope.
Not much. It was a great wheel-to-wheel racing between the 3 of you guys. It was easily one of the most exciting finishes that we've had.
Now, yeah, so I'm going to end this stream, but I'm going to say, guys, that was probably the most incredible finish to a race we had this season, with all 3 of you guys fighting for it. It's definitely a go watch, but cheers to the viewers, guys, tonight tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. I'm spent, so I'm going to have a lie down now, but I enjoyed it, so thank you guys. Congratulations again to the top 3 guys. Sam, Psych, thank you for helping out. We are back next week, Sunday, same time. We are in Germany, which I'm sure is going to be one heck of a race. But we will catch you then. Congratulations again, and see you on the next one.